Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
And welcome out to the patio here on Noon Edition. We are joined now by local auto expert Tom Grothous. And today we're talking kind of about used cars and those 100,000-mile tune-ups, 200,000-mile tune-ups. And maybe there's a line that needs to be drawn as to when we just say, that's not really worth it. The car isn't worth it. Let's trade it in. Let's do away.
Good point. Yeah, whether we want to buy that $40,000, $50,000 new car or whether we want to work on our car we got. First thing I tell everybody is if you've got a very good car and it's not giving you any problems and you've got 100 to 120,000 miles on it and you've done your maintenance like you were supposed to, brakes, battery, things like that, and not had any problems prior to this, it might be worth a $4,000 or $5,000 investment to put that much in it in order to go until you go another 100,000 miles. So the thing you got to worry about the most, and that's your timing belt or timing chains. At 60 to 100,000 miles, they say change your timing belt. So I'm sure if you haven't changed your timing belt now at 100,000 miles, you want to do that. And the reason you want to do that is because you got something called an interference fit engine. Interference fit means that if your timing belt breaks, your valves will come down at a different time and hit the piston, and then it's going to ruin your engine.
Right.
Or at least your heads, and you're going to have $4,000 or $5,000 in that. So you want to change all your belts, make sure you do your timing belt. If you got a car that's got a timing chain, if you've changed your oil and done your maintenance very well, you don't really have to worry about that. But what happens with timing chains is they get loose, and then you've got your adjusters that are pressure driven that push out to keep the chain tight.
Okay.
Now, when it gets all the way out and it can't go any farther than that, your chain then gets out of time or your engine starts throwing codes. And what happens, the manufacturer's got it in here, is they say, well, if it's throwing codes, we're going to take your cruise control off, so you got to drive without the cruise control. Well, couple of them will even turn your air conditioner off. Well, if your air conditioner,
this time of the
if
year.
your air conditioner goes off, it's like, I got to get that fixed. So you're going to take it in, you're going to find out that's going to cost you a large amount of money. So that's basically putting $4,000 or $5,000 in a car that has been very good to you for 10, 12 years. It's a good investment compared to payments. Now, of course, if you've still got payments on your car, that might affect you on what you're going to do, but $4,000 or $5,000 will bring you up into a very, very good car that'll take you another 100,000 miles.
Now, we're into our last minute or so, but a lot of these cars are computerized today, so you really don't know, am I going to start getting nickel and dime to death?
Well, and there's the thing. If you've had this car for 120,000 miles and it hasn't been nickel-diming you to death and hasn't had little electronic things go bad or mechanical things go bad, other than brakes, battery, tires, stuff like that, you're probably going to be pretty good because the electronics, once it's gotten to that point, doesn't wear out. When it's first made is when you usually have problems with electronics up to about first 50,000 miles because that's what the manufacturers have designed your warranty for.
Exactly.
So it'll last that long.
Tom Grothous, thank you so much for your time today. Always good to talk with you and get a chance to pick your brain. And Holly is up next. She's got medical news.
Thank you.